In this video, I'm going to go over everything I love about the DJI Mavic 3 and why I think you should buy it. Okay guys, so here we are with the DJI Mavic 3. In the last video, I talked about what I do not like about this drone, but in this video, I'm specifically going to be focusing on the things that I do like about the DJI Mavic 3 and why I think you should buy it. So let's jump right into it. So number one, video quality. This drone shoots amazing video and it is a huge upgrade from the DJI Mavic 2 Pro and also the Phantom 4. So previously, the Phantom 4 was the only consumer type of DJI drone that shot 4K at 60 frames per second, while the Mavic 2 Pro can only shoot 4K at 30 frames per second. With this drone, we can shoot 4K at 120 frames per second, which allows us to get slow motion video, and you can also shoot 4K 60, which is very nice. The biggest thing is that this drone can shoot 5K, 5.1K at 50 frames per second. And I gotta say, the footage is unbelievable. Like, it is so crystal clear. It looks beautiful, and honestly, I love it. I think it's a fantastic camera. This dual lens setup is absolutely fantastic. But when we're shooting 5.1K and 4K 60, we're using the bottom camera. The top camera is for zoom, which I'll touch on later in the video. It's a game changer. I've got to say, if you're involved in video creation at all, especially with a drone, this is a game changer. Don't let the haters online fool you. This camera is amazing. Whereas before with the Mavic 2, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of felt limited. You know, I still use the Mavic 2 because it's a fantastic drone. I did feel limited when it came to video. With this, that's gone. I totally don't feel limited. It's fantastic. Now, let's talk about battery life and also the battery. First of all, this drone has, according to DJI, a 46-minute battery life. I've gotten about 35 to 40 minutes per flight. That's because 46 minutes is probably if the drone is just hovering and not doing anything. But when you're actually using the drone in a real scenario, like flying it, and you're not just hovering, then you're going to eat up the battery quicker than 46 minutes. But even with that being said, 35 minutes to 40 minutes of battery life is amazing. It's leaps and bounds over the Mavic 2. With the Mavic 2, now keep in mind I live in Arizona, but with the Mavic 2, I would get about 20 to 25 minutes of battery life, 25 minutes on a good day, but most of the time around 20 minutes, especially in the heat. This is a huge upgrade for sure when it comes to battery life. Another thing about the battery though that I really like is that the battery is no longer top loading. It slides out from the back and it slides in from the back. So it's just a much better design. The way that these batteries are designed is a lot better. It doesn't look like they're going to bulge up easily. And if they do, there's actually some protection against that with this plastic casing around it. With the Mavic 2, if your batteries bulged up at all, that was it. You had to get rid of them. And honestly, you shouldn't be flying with batteries that are bulged up. You could probably get away with that with the Mavic 3 and push those batteries a little bit longer with the better design. And you don't have to worry about the battery bulging up and popping out of the top of the drone. Yeah, I mean, it's just the longer battery life, the new design of the batteries, the way the battery slides into the drone. I love it, and it's what the Mavic 2 should have been. Now, the zoom camera. So there's two cameras that come with the Mavic 3. They're basically stacked on top of each other. So your bottom camera is your wide angle camera and your top camera is your zoom camera, which the top zoom camera has the capability of doing 7 times zoom, and it can also do up to 28 times zoom digitally. I gotta say, anything after 7 times zoom is really not usable. It's kind of gimmicky. But up to 7 times zoom, you could use that in your projects. It shoots 4K at 30 frames per second, which is pretty crazy. A good use case would be for an establishing shot in a video, or if you really needed to capture something that was far away and the wide angle camera didn't do it for you, that zoom camera will. So it's actually really awesome to have the zoom camera. I've seen quite a bit of hate out there for it. Of course, it's not the best quality. It's not 5K, it's not 4K 60, and you actually can see sometimes if there's, you know, a lot of wind, you can see a little bit of shake. Final Cut Pro has a great stabilization tool, so if I turn that on, then it takes that little bit of shake out of it. I think it's awesome to have, and I'm excited to see what I can do with that zoom camera and how creative I can get with it. The new bag that comes with the Fly More combo as well as the Cine version is awesome. This new bag is great. It turns into a backpack if needed. It has plenty of storage inside of here. You actually can fit 3 batteries in the left part of the bag. You can also fit your controller, and you could even fit DJI Mini 2 in there alongside of your DJI Mavic 3. There's plenty of different pockets to store stuff in. Overall, this is a great bag. I love how it looks. I love its functionality, and it is totally worth getting the Fly More combo so that you have a bag, because that's the one thing, you know, all of my DJI drones I've gotten with a bag other than my Mini 2 and my FPV drone. The Mini 2 is not such a big deal, but the FPV drone is honestly a pain to bring anywhere because there's no bag for it. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much everything I like about this drone. And if I can think of anything else, I mean, I'm going to have a more in-depth review on it. These are just like my initial thoughts of what I like, and then in the other video, what I don't like. Probably in January after the main software update, I will release a final review video on this drone. It just feels weird. I don't want to release like a, you know, a long review video without having access to all the features. So once that software update comes out, then it's game on and there will be a review. So hit that subscribe button and notification bell so that you're updated when I create new videos. And also please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. That way it ranks higher in the algorithm. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.